At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana.
One man is sought in connection to a large-scale marijuana grow.
And a new clothing company cuts its ribbon.
And the Democrats hold their Jefferson Jackson Dinner. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, August 10th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Rhonda Van Winkle for News 46. Topping our news tonight, the Nye County Sheriff's Department is searching for a man who they say is the main suspect in connection to 2 homes used to grow and sell marijuana.
Sheriffs are searching for the 28-year-old local man for a large-scale marijuana cultivating operation. We're here at one of the locations. There's a second location on Turtle Street. This all came from an anonymous tip. Sheriffs are attempting to locate Amos John Cavillo. According to the press release, Nye County General Assignment detectives and deputies identified a large-scale marijuana cultivating operation in Pahrump. They executed a search warrant at one location, which was at 2010 South Manzanita on Monday. A Nye County Sheriff's Office General Assignment detective had approached the home as a result of an anonymous tip, and upon approaching, detected the odor of marijuana and observed indicators relative to a marijuana cultivating operation. Upon the execution of the search warrant, detectives seized 243 marijuana plants at various stages of growth, weighing approximately 160 pounds. Evidence within the home indicated that Amos Cavillo was responsible for the marijuana cultivating. Nye County Emergency Services assisted with the hazmat cleanup on scene. Investigation identified that Cavillo may be residing at 2440 Turtle Street in Pahrump. Detectives and deputies executed a search warrant at this residence as well. Inside the residence was a marijuana cultivating operation even larger than the one on Manzanita. Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives seized approximately 1,726 marijuana plants at various stages of growth, as well as processed marijuana. Within the residence was also seized in excess of 4 grams of methamphetamine, as well as a quantity of prescription medication. Evidence within the home indicated that Amos Cavillo indeed resided at this residence. Nye County Emergency Services assisted with the hazmat cleanup on scene. At both residences, it was discovered that Amos Cavillo had illegally spliced into the electric supply of the residence from Valley Electric to enable the utilization of power without passing through the electric meter to avoid having to pay for it. Valley Electric responded to both residents to assist on scene. If these seized marijuana plants had been allowed to mature, they would have produced approximately $5.7 million worth of marijuana, according to the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Amos Cavillo fled the scene at 2440 Turtle Street as the Nye County Sheriff's Office detectives arrived on scene and is currently wanted by the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Anyone with information as to his whereabouts are urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000. Amos Cavillo is described as a white male, 5 foot 11 inches, 205 pounds, brown hair, blue eyes. He is wanted on the following charges: maintain a place to use, sell, or give away a controlled substance, trafficking marijuana, trafficking methamphetamine, possession of marijuana with intent to sell, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia for manufacture controlled substance, theft of a public utility. This is Deanna O'Donnell on Manzanita for News 46.
Well, it's being called the biggest cocaine bust in Nevada's history. Nevada Highway Patrol and Las Vegas Metro Police confiscated 400 and 52 pounds of cocaine during a traffic stop this morning near Jean, Nevada. The cocaine is estimated to have a street value of $16.4 million. Police say they stopped a truck driver in a trailerless truck who was traveling northbound on I-15 about 12:30 a.m. this morning. Police say the cocaine was hidden in 10 bags in the sleeper section of the cab. Police made the stop when they noticed the driver, Gaston Danjou, was driving erratically. A search was conducted by Metro and NHP officers after Danjou gave them conflicting stories. Danjou had come from the Central Valley, California area. His destination is unknown at this time, and he is facing charges of possession of cocaine, trafficking cocaine, and transporting a controlled substance.
My, a lot on drugs, these first two stories, and a lot to read.
Very busy.
Good to be back, though.
Yes, welcome back. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, well, next, Commissioner Butch Boraski gave us an update on the Blag Road closure and the lawsuit set to be filed by Nye County against the soil compaction contractor Spirit Construction Underground. Nye County is claiming that the Las Vegas company is responsible for the collapse of the brand new roadway and Utility Inc. sewage pump stations. The road, pump stations, and sewage lines were constructed last year for the Corporations of America Detention Center.
The closure of Blag Road that happened last year during the rain, where the whole entire road was undermined, leaving huge sinkholes, including some lift stations that were owned by Utilities Inc. Spirit Underground was the company that did not compact the soil correctly when that road was put through for the sewer system for the detention center. We're going to speak to Commissioner Butch Boraski about the status of that, including the lawsuit that Nye County is filing.
Well, we'll have something coming up on our upcoming agenda, the 16th, to make a discussion to appropriate money to allow us to move forward on Blag Road. We've already agreed the board has agreed to go ahead and sue for the damages on Blag Road. And our next step would be to get money allocated and what fund we're going to get it from. Once we have that, then our Public Works Director will give us a plan of action, which he says right now, I can't until you authorize. So that's our next step. Hopefully we can get moving on this and get it going. Unfortunately, the process is slow. We'll have to go through requests for proposals and qualifications, and all of that stuff takes about a month and a half to 2 months. So I think we're about 2 months, maybe a little more out before we could actually put a shovel in the ground.
Who are we actually going to be suing? Is it going to be Utilities Inc. or their subcontractor that they had from Vegas?
Actually, will be the contractors, I believe, who perform the work. They're the ones that put it in the ground. Apparently, and I can say apparently, there was improper compaction. And I'm not going to go into more details. That'll all come out in the court case.
What's their name? I forgot.
Spirit Underground. Okay.
And so they're not willing to repair it on their own money right now? They're not willing to do that? We just have to come up with the money and then go through the lawsuit?
Well, Brian Kunze has worked with both Spirit and UIC to try to resolve this issue, to get them to come back and do it over. Yeah. Apparently they refused to do it, and we're going forward on a court case. We can't wait for these guys to when you get into soil subsidence and things like that, we've gone through it in the valley before with builders and everything else. And everybody gets caught up in it, and unfortunately anybody that stood on the ground over there will be called into that lawsuit. I got involved with the last one because I did a little work on one piece of property. So,
and the whole thing is this could go on for many years.
They're saying it could go on for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's why we have to appropriate about $4 million out of an account in Nye County to be able to cover this, to go ahead and move forward to correct the problems. I'm hoping that Dave Fanning will come up with a plan to open up another lane so that there's some free-flowing traffic once they start. It might be slow speed, but at least you'll be able to get through. We'd have to utilize part of the ditch to do that, and if it starts raining, that will be eliminated. But we need to get at least one lane going over there, hopefully two.
So this won't repair, the $4 million is not going to completely repair Blag Road, but it's going to give us something to use.
Well, I think it'll be at least $4 million to do the project, and that would be to dig it out. Of course, when we dig it out and we find If we find areas that have gone outside of the original trench, we may have to dig that trench as wide as, who knows, 20 feet.
Once again, right now they do have a bypass on Lola from Irene to Mesquite. You can take that. They're hoping to get another bypass. And of course, the stage stop and Heath's Laugh Factory has taken a big hit, so make sure to use those businesses as often as you can. And of course, all the neighbors in that area have had a lot of inconvenience as far as a Blag road closure. They will all be included in this lawsuit that's being filed by Nye County. This is Deanne O'Donnell for News 46.
All right, well, coming up, a new clothing store opens up.
And we'll have a look at entertainment this week.
We'll have all this and more right after the break, so please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates.
Welcome back to News 46. A ribbon cutting at the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce this morning welcomed a new business to town.
All right, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out to another ribbon cutting. We have a new business in town. We have God's Glory Wear. We're here with Susan, the owner, and you can see the clothes up behind us here. They got the cross logo on them. They're very beautiful. And she doesn't just do children. She also does adults. She's told me she just did a robe for an elderly, like 80-year-old lady. She wanted a robe, so she just did that. So it's a great new business, and we're happy to have her here as a chamber member and have her new business in our town of Pahrump. So at this time, if you want to cut the ribbon.
All right. Okay, can I get a drum roll? Clothing are specified for any age. Elderly, kids, you name it, babies, even preemies. You just place the order with me directly because I believe in first-class service and I take the orders personally. And then if you like, I could take it to your home. It's a mobile business also. And then basically you just give the color and the size of boy or girl. And then you let me know and what color, if you know specifically. And the examples are shown, at the chamber if you'd like, or even on the website here.
You mostly are going by website right now. Do you do consignment work, or is the line of clothing on the website?
The line of clothing right now, the website is under construction because we've been so busy with getting orders out. They're all over. They're in Jerusalem, they're in Kansas, they're in Texas. They're all over the world right now. So the website right now is taking a little kickback, to wait till we can get to that because we've been so slammed with business. It's been incredible.
So a person would call you and tell you that they have a boy or a girl, or they're an adult, male or female, and they want this, and you would show them what you have?
Yeah, they could come, or I could show them. They could come to their house and show them what they have, or they could just, a lot of people, they just call and they just give me a description of what they want, and then I give it to them and they're happy with it.
Are you going to open a storefront?
Possibly. It might be in the works. Right now I'm at Cup of Faith, the Christian bookstore. Most of the clothing line is right there in the store already right now today. So if you want to go take a look at some of the stuff, I don't have a lot because like I said, a lot of the stuff is going. So you got to place your orders quick, especially with Christmas 4 months away.
Exactly. So what's contact information?
Contact information, you can contact me at 775-990-9073. That is my business line.
Well, his name is Tom. He's the owner of Topsoil Incorporated on Bella Vista, and he also has a very big heart. Tom is saddened and upset about the loss of a tree that he has been caring for. The tree started on its own, but since the beginning, Tom has been watering and caring for it. It was almost 6 feet tall when it was mowed down by a county road cleaning vehicle yesterday.
Well, what happened was the grader operator just arbitrarily decided to come over and take out a perfectly good tree. Granted, it's on county right-of-way, but there was no call for that. He's using a $250,000 road grader. What did he do? He's done nothing. I mean, show me what he's accomplished other than take out a tree.
Wait a minute.
These are not minimum wage people. You would think he would use some discretion and some common knowledge and common sense. He did nothing. He put in a bunch of hours and did nothing. Look at the street. It's absolutely neglected. There's trash and debris and weeds. They catch on fire when people throw cigarettes. Absolutely neglected. He did nothing except take out a perfectly good tree on an area that's always clean anyway. It's always clean. So I don't need the county to come in and clean my joint.
The Gary Hollis and Butch Boraski, the commissioners, spoke to you yesterday. What did they say?
Calm down. They just told me to calm down.
You were quite upset about this yesterday.
I was. It was uncalled for. It was unnecessary. It was a perfectly good little cottonwood tree.
And they apologized for it, but there's nothing that they can do at this point because it's not on your property and it's dead now.
Yeah, it's dead. That's correct.
Well, the county has apologized to Tom about the tree. The tree was regrettably located on the road easement.
That is very sad. Well, there's no way around it, folks. Heart health is vital to living a full and happy life. Southwest Medical Associates cardiologist Dr. George Skleparis tells us how to stay well.
We have people stopping by to learn about what we're going to be bringing to Pahrump. In September, we're going to start coming out here with stress testing, echocardiography, and consultation services. So really will limit the amount of time people have to travel to Las Vegas for their cardiac care. So we're very excited about doing that. So everyone's very interested. And I think we're going to be out here a lot more than we thought because I think the demand's going to be higher than we expected.
I'm not sure if that's good news.
No, it's very good news. I mean, it's great when people don't have to travel so far to get cardiac care, and I think bringing testing as well helps a lot because I think right now people see doctors here, and if they need cardiac testing, have to go to Las Vegas, so we can minimize that for them.
So, for prevention and the health of the heart, should people see you? Should people talk about that? Should people be concerned about it if they don't have an issue right now?
Absolutely. Prevention is the best form of treating heart disease, preventing it from happening. Right? So anyone at risk, which is everyone really, should take steps to improve their cardiac health. So we know that 30 to 60 minutes of moderate intensity activity every day will decrease your mortality from everything, from cancer, from heart disease, from stroke. And it doesn't have to be crazy. It's walking, just at a moderate pace, or doing water aerobics, things that really just get your heart rate up a little bit and strengthen your muscles. Strength training, very lightweight, nothing heavy, especially for more elderly people, is important in maintaining good heart health as well. And then diet, and diet is a big component. So people know what they shouldn't eat, but lowering your sodium amount, lowering your fat amount in your diet is going to keep you healthier longer and alive longer.
So keeping your body muscles and your heart muscle is so important. There's keeping them strong. Absolutely,
because the more skeletal muscle you have, the more fat you burn. So skeletal muscle burns fat when you're sleeping. So if you do a little resistance training, that helps lower your fat content. As well, it strengthens the heart muscles. So we looked at people with heart failure, very weak heart muscles, and we said, what's better for them? Aerobic exercise or strength training? And it turned out that some light strength training actually was just as good as doing that walking every day. So it not only makes your biceps bigger, but it keeps your heart muscle in good check too. So
I know you were speaking at one of the seminars here at Southwest Medical Associates. How did it go? What's the most common question that people were asking you?
Oh, I think, I gave talks on high blood pressure, and I gave talks on cardiac disease and chest pain. And I think a lot of the questions come around medications and when you should take medication, when you shouldn't take medication, and prevention, what you asked me. How do you prevent these problems? And once you have them, is it still safe to do the types of activities that you would do as a preventative measure? And they're great questions, and the answer is absolutely yes. Once you get heart disease, it's not a death sentence. It's actually has a very good prognosis if you take care of yourself, or it's never too late. So if you get heart disease and you haven't exercised, it's time to change your diet. So those are a lot of the questions center around that.
So give Southwest Medical Associates a phone call so they can see you and get a checkup.
Absolutely, they can be referred through their primary care physician, and it's depending on their insurance, they can come see us directly. We'll be out here, and we'll be out here as often as we're needed.
And now our very own Zach Fuentes with your entertainment this week.
I'm Zach Fuentes with your entertainment this week. This last Sunday, the Teen Choice Awards were held, and the categories for nomination included movies, television, music, and more. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 took home the award for sci-fi fantasy, while the second part of the story, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, was awarded Choice Movie of the Summer. Choice TV shows were divided into 4 categories, with Glee winning Choice Comedy, Gossip Girl winning Choice Drama, The Vampire Diaries winning for Fantasy Sci-Fi, and Jersey Shore winning Favorite Reality Show. In music, the Choice Male Artist was Justin Bieber, and Choice Female Artist was Taylor Swift. The song of the summer was Demi Lovato's big comeback song, Skyscraper. Katy Perry and Bruno Mars were also named Choice Music Artists of the Summer. Well, recently, film studio Lionsgate announced that they will be making a remake of the classic 1987 film Dirty Dancing, which starred Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. Now, at this point, there is no cast member confirmations, but the choreographer of the original film, Kenny Ortega, will be back to work on this film. Jennifer Grey is quoted as saying that she is excited about the news and even more excited about Kenny Ortega working on it once again. While fans have voiced their outrage about the film over social networking sites, many do hope that the film will at least include Jennifer Grey in some way or another. Grey's co-star Patrick Swayze unfortunately died of pancreatic cancer back in 2009. This last Friday, 48-year-old actor Francisco Quinn died after reportedly suffering a heart attack while running with his son near their Malibu home. Francisco Quinn, who is the son of Hollywood legend Anthony Quinn, got his start back in 1986 with a small role in the Academy Award-winning film Platoon. One of his most notable roles, however, was his portrayal of a terrorist in the series 24. Most recently, he starred in the A&E program The Glades and provided the voice Dino in this summer's hit film Transformers: Dark of the Moon. And that same Friday also saw the death of another Hollywood actor. Annette Charles, who is best remembered for portraying Chacha Di Gregorio in Grease, died in Los Angeles after a battle with cancer. She was only 63 years old. She also had roles in TV shows like Gunsmoke, The Mod Squad, Bonanza, and Magnum P.I. Her death comes 2 months after the death of fellow Grease actor Jeff Conway, who was Chacha's date to the school dance. This weekend saw the release of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which debuted at the top of the box office, bringing in about $54 million. The Smurfs are still in the top 5 at number 2, and Cowboys and Aliens fell 2 positions to number 3. The Change-Up starring Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds was also released this weekend and debuted at number 4. Captain America: The First Avenger is still in the top 5 at number 5. I'm Zach Fuentes, and that was your entertainment this week.
All right, so Rhonda's back. Welcome back. How was your trip?
It was excellent.
Yeah, had a good time?
It was beautiful there, and we had a really good time.
And the weather was nice too, I imagine.
Weather was wonderful. How was it here? I heard it was a little crazy here.
We had a little humidity and stuff last week, but you know, it looks like that's all gone. At least that's what Zach's been saying. He's going to be here again with a look at weather right after the break, so keep it here.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump. Local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back. I'm Zach Fuentes here with your weather. Today we had sunny skies and a high of 100 degrees. Our winds did come out of the south-southwest at 6 miles per hour, and our gusts are expected to be at up to 16 miles per hour. Our barometric pressure is still holding steady at 29.86, and our UV index went down a little bit at 8, which is very high still. Humidity is at 9%, and our sunrise was at 5:58 a.m. Our record high was back in 1940 at 115 degrees. Tonight we are expecting clear skies again, an overnight low of 75 degrees, and our winds are expected to come out of the south-southwest at 5 miles an hour. Our gusts are looking to be at up to 13 miles per hour, and our humidity is going to go up a little bit at 15%. Sunset is expected to be at about 7:40 p.m., and our record low was back in 1937 at 60 degrees. Tomorrow we are expecting sunny skies again, a high of 99 degrees back in the double digits, and an overnight low of 75. Our winds are looking to come out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour, and our gusts are expected to be at up to 15 miles per hour. Humidity is expected to go up a little bit than it was today at 12%, and our UV index is going to stay the same at 8, which is very high. Our sunrise is expected to be at 5:59 a.m. And our 7-day forecast, Friday we're going to be in the triple digits up until Monday. And Tuesday, we go back down into the double digits for a change. Our overnight lows are going to stay in the 70s up until Thursday, when we do go back down into the 60s at 69, which is barely there, but we're still there nevertheless. So we appreciate that. And today's worst weather was in Shark Point, Florida, where they had thunderstorms. Zach Fuentes, back to you.
Thank you very much, Zach. So now we don't have any announcement. What we missed, there was a story we were supposed to air, the Jefferson Jackson Dinner. We didn't get a chance to air it because we had a lot of news today. But you can always check the story out online at our YouTube site or visit KPVM.TV. We'll have it posted there for you there. And folks, I think it's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
I'm Rhonda Van Winkle.
And from everyone up here on the Hill of KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night.